welcome back to my channel, and today we'll be doing summer books to read for summer. Oh my gosh, I don't know why I messed that up. So, I know I have quite a lot of books, but let me know if you guys have anything that you would like to read, but let's get going. My first book is Land by Maggie O'Farrell. You will never understand how the land remembers how deep the roads. On a wind-swept peninsula stretching out into the Atlantic, Thomas and his reluctant son Liam are working for the Great Ordnance Survey project to map the whole of Ireland. The year is 1865, and in a country not long since ravaged and emptied by the Great Hunger, the task is not an easy one. Thomas, however, is determined that his maps will be a record of the disaster. The British soldiers in charge are due to arrive any day, expecting the work to be completed, but Thomas is set off course by an unsettling encounter in the copse. His life and those of his family will never be the same again. Liam is terrified by the sudden change in his taciturn father. What was it that caused such cracks to open in Thomas, and how was Liam, aged only 10, going to finish the mapping and get them both? My next book is Everything Was Beautiful and Nothing Hurt by Nan Reeves. Travis is death in the modern world. He wears jeans and a t-shirt and lives in a small grey town. His job is to offer people comfort in the final hours of life. He is stoic, gentle, and a little naive. Despite everything he knows, he is young and handsome despite who he is. Each death that he witnesses is meaningful to him. He listens, never judges, and most importantly, never tries to change anyone's fate. He knows that every life must eventually end to maintain the balance of the universe, and he respects the cycle. Then he meets Dahlia, a new wife, and her boisterous 8-year-old daughter, Layla, who lives across the hall. As Dahlia and Layla come to embrace Travis, it becomes more difficult to maintain the attachment that allowed him to function for so long. The attempt together teaches him what truly important in life, and what might be irrevocably lost in death. That's gonna be a hard read, I feel like. So, I don't normally include romance, but because it is summer, why the heck not? I feel like this is a romance book, but I don't know. I don't read romance. So anyways, my next book is The Shampoo Effect by Jenny Jackson. When Caroline Lash arrives in Greenhead, Massachusetts, she falls head over heels for Van Whittaker, a fleece-wearing, litter-collecting kayak enthusiast with long, floppy hair and the personality of a border collie. Born and raised in this picturesque coastal village, Van runs with the same crowd he did as a kid, his ex-girlfriend Bailey, a beautiful girl who attracts men like moths to her flame, a ghost of old money, horsey, and snobbish, and flat, surrounded by brothers and sons too, fed up with boys to ever consider marrying one. Together the group runs wild through the marshes, beaches, and bars of Greenhead, drinking on houseboats, spending long afternoons sunbathing with the children, and playing games the way they always have. But when Bailey discovers that she is pregnant with Van's baby, the delicate balance of the group's friendship is thrown off. Soon Caroline is cast out of the circle. What she does next, and the potent mix of human heartbreak, exposes long-held secrets and works the entire town of Greenhead into a ladder. Dazzling, funny, sexy, endless, juicy as an attitude. What the hell was that? I have no clue what the hell is that. It's not thunder, it shouldn't be thundering. My next book is actually number 2, it seems, in Wonderland. Yes, the first book is Wonderland by Jennifer Hiller, and the second book is Heart of Glass, which seems to be a newer version. Yeah, it will come out in August, but anyways, it's still a summer read. Seaside is a small coastal town known originally for the local amusement park, but 25 years ago a serial killer dubbed the Carnival Killer confessed to the murder of a local high school girl. Now he is reincarnated in that confession. Bob, Nicolette, and L'Oreal were best friends. Then they met Sam at Wonderland, the local amusement park. After hanging out with him and accompanying him to the drive-in movie, when a 20-something handsome drifter made up with L'Oreal in the backseat. That night was the last time L'Oreal was seen alive, her murdered body surfacing a couple of days later in the local cranberry bog. Bob's dreams of leaving Seaside, becoming a successful writer, never materialized, and she is a freelancer for the local newspaper and secretly writes anonymously about reality TV stars for a hugely successful gossip website called Reality B. I don't know if you guys want me to swear, but Specifically, she writes savagely about a long-running show set in Canada called Trophy Wives. Nicolette left town shortly after L'Oreal's body surfaced, never to return. Ultimately, she married a very rich man, moved to Toronto, and rebranded herself as Cole Lennox, one of the stars of Trophy Wives. With the amusement park about to reopen, revitalizing the dying town of Seaside, the carnival killer recounts its confession about killing Laurie Lee. The dead body of young woman washes ashore, and the truth about what happened that night 25 years ago and what is happening now threatens not only the carefully constructed lives of Bob and Nicolette, but the very fabric of Seaside itself. That sounds really cool, actually. Alright, my next book is Dominion by Jean Guo. In a world divided into 4 rivals dominions, power is everything, and Ruby Morningtail has almost none. 3 years after the annihilation destroyed her homeland and shattered her memories, she lives as an Azure refugee in the dominion of the Silver Tiger, scraping by as a ribbon dancer and hiding her little bit of singing magic. When she mounts a massive battle tiger on her doorstep, she draws the notice of Blake Axefire, supreme metal mage, leader of the Royal Tiger Warriors, and the last man on Azure she trusts. His sentence cast her into boarding a brutal trial where tigers choose the riders and slaughter the rest. Surviving is unthinkable, but survive she does. Now she's stuck on Blake's elite team, racing to reseal the anchors to the demon realm. With rebels striking, demons rising, and the dominions at each other's throat, Ruby must unlock the truth of her magic and her past, while resisting her dangerous attraction to the ruthless warrior who could be her redemption or her ruin. So this is number 5 of the Crown of Naxia series by Carissa Bourbon, and that is The Lion and the Deathless Dot. Some blood tastes like vengeance, some blood tastes like grief, some blood tastes like nothing at all. Under eternal night, the unworld has been ravaged by 10 years of war between humans and vampires. Queen scrapes by as a bounty hunter bearing a blessed sword from the goddess of justice, but in the wake of a devastating loss, Queen commits a crime that makes her a target for mortals and gods alike, and she is still desperate for vengeance. Her only chance of survival and revenge is making a deal with the enemy, the silver-tongued vampire prince Septimus, who offers her one final to slay the gods themselves. Together, Queen and Septimus must hunt the ultimate boss, while navigating a web of prophecies and curses. Septimus is calculating and mysterious, masking secrets bloodthirsty enough to consume them both. Yet most dangerous of all, Queen finds an unexpected kinship in him. But the growing attraction is deadly in a world where the only currency is blood, and Queen will stop at nothing to fulfill her ultimate to kill the goddess of vampires, even if it means sacrificing love for revenge. And make me be immortal. Anyways, my next book is Here of Prophecy by Aineli Sabrina. She is a woman bound by fate, torn between 2 prophecies. He is the prince of the underworld, fated to either claim her or end her life. Defying destiny is one thing, the heart another. Magic has always been at the periphery of Andrea's life. As a human, she knows that magic exists, but it is as distant as the legends she grew up with, until one day magic returns, bringing with it the all-too-real Fae, and upending Andrea's life entirely. Abducted by a court of famed priestesses, Andrea finds herself conscripted into a magical war academy. The only hope of surviving in this new world filled with guilds, magic, and danger is to band together with a group of her fellow prisoners. Though unlike the others, Andrea's burgeoning magic is erratic and violent, just as the prophecy foretold. She must discover what it means to be the hero, but time is running out. The priestesses know the hero moves among them. They are determined to root them out no matter what it takes. As she struggles to master power, Andrea is plagued by visions of a dark, seductive being with a conflicting truth. He doesn't want to save the world, he plans to reclaim it. Now Andrea must choose, become the savior the cult demands, or the catalyst the vision promises. And my last book is I have not realized that she's still writing, because she hasn't been released in a while, I think. Or at least that's what it feels like. Anyways, this book does come out in September, but I'm putting it in here anyways. So, yeah, and this is Tempest by Victoria Aveyard. It seems to be number 1 book in the Lyrian Sea. May the sea always sing for you. Cat Rose knows what it is to live in 2 worlds, in 2 times before, as Lady Catherine Rose of the Meridian Empire chained to a loathsome lord with a dwindling fortune, and after as the Widow Rose, queen of a pirate tavern in the Lyrian Sea, determined to be the master of her own fate. But tide turns and winds change. The Midland Empire limps on the horizon. The full weight of our navy falling on the Libyan, bent on reclaiming the wealthy colonies and crushing the pirate republic once and for all. Ship after ship is captured, save for one, captained by a pirate who continually evades both noose and blade, alleged the valiant Cain. With his fearsome ship and uncanny connection to the song of the sea, the Libyan is the only man who might rally the pirates who remain, the only man who threatens the empire, and the only man Cat has ever loved, blazing in and out of her life like a star. Desperate for victory, the empire offers Cat a devastating choice: bring the Valyrian or hang. In truth, no choice at all, but Cat Rose is nothing if not a survivor. A storm is rising on the Libyan Sea. The question is, what will leave in its wake? Oh, I love that. So yeah, and those are mostly all the books that could be read for summer. Not quite a lot, as I'm kind of picky with books, as you see, but yeah, let me know what you guys want to read for summer, and please like, comment, subscribe, so you know if I never post. See you on my next one. Bye!